and this is The Long Way to a New Land, Part 3. The next day, the sea was calm. The crew unlocked the hatches. They washed down the immigrant deck. Meals were served once more. Papa helped Mama and Jonas to come up on deck. They breathed in the fresh sea air. They felt alive again. A man sat down beside Papa. It was much worse before the steamships, he said. It took months then. I know. I have made this trip many times. Can you speak English? Asked Carl Eric. English I am talking very good, said the man. He showed Papa a little book called Handbook for the Immigrant. Everything you need to know about the United States of America and the English language, he said. I wrote it myself. Every day, Papa and Carl Eric read from Handbook for the Immigrant. They memorized the English phrases. What o'clock is it? What country are you of? Now we are arrived. Chapter 5, America at Last. On the 12th day, someone shouted, "Land!" The immigrants crowded up on deck to see the New York coast. This is America, cried Jonas. Yes, said Mama, at last. They packed their things and dragged them up on deck. They tore open their mattresses and threw the straw overboard. A tugboat pulled up alongside. A health officer stepped aboard. He talked to the captain. All clear for landing, he said. The crew poked and pushed the immigrants into lines. Hold hands, Mama shouted. We must not lose each other. Men in uniforms examined their baggage. A doctor looked into their eyes and down their throats. He thumped on their chests. The lines moved slowly. The baby was crying. I'm hungry, Jonas whined. I want bread with butter. Be quiet, hissed Carl Eric. His own legs ached from standing. He watched the men check Papa's papers. They asked him many questions, first in English, then in Swedish. He saw that Papa was nervous. Finally, it was over. They found a place to sit down. "Don't move from here," said Papa. When he came back, Papa was laughing. "Jonas," he said, "look, wheat bread with butter." But Jonas was fast asleep. "We have a letter, too," said Papa. "Axel and Sarah and Anastina welcome us to America. They will be at the railway station. Everything is arranged, and I have work for the winter." "Oh, Anders," Mama sighed. "Soon we will have a home again." Carl Eric looked around him at the huge room. Long lines of immigrants were still waiting. He heard their many languages. He tasted the fresh wheat bread and sweet butter of his new land. He leaned against Papa's shoulder and whispered, "Now we are arrived." The end. Author's note: during the hunger years of 1868 and 69, more than 50,000 Swedes emigrated to America. Good farmland, jobs, social mobility, religious and political freedom drew them here. Newspapers, pamphlets, and letters from earlier immigrants spread the Amerika feber, or America fever. Like thousands of European immigrants of the time, the Swedes were willing to leave everything for the dream of a better life in the land of opportunity. Steamship travel made the trip shorter and safer than before, and there were handbooks with their strange sounding English phrase dictionaries written by Swedish Yankees to guide their fellow countrymen on their long way to a new land. The end.